We have seen that in general, the coordinate derivatives of any tensor do not transform like the component of a tensor. To find a derivative which is a tensor, first we have to define some new symbols involving the derivatives of metric tensor, and these new symbols are called Christoffel symbols. The German mathematician Erwin Bruno Christoffel defined these symbols. There are two kinds of Christoffel symbols, that is Christoffel symbol of the first kind and the Christoffel symbol of the second kind. Christoffel symbol of the first kind is represented as square bracket ij comma k, or it can be also represented as some gamma I j k. There is no commas in between, and the Christoffel symbol of the first kind is defined as ijk equal to, or gamma ijk equal to 1 by 2 dou g. First you have to take this combination ik, that is dou g ik, by dou x. The remaining symbol is j, so it is divided by dou x j. The second one is you have to take this combination, that is dou g jk by dou xi. Now you can take these two integers, but here you have to give minus symbols, minus dou g ij by dou xk. Here g, ij are the components of the metric tensor, and this metric tensor is symmetric, that is g, ij equal to g, ji. So you can define this Christoffel symbol for any three integers. For example, if you are going to define Christoffel symbol alpha, beta, gamma, you can return as 1 by 2. First you have to take this combination and then this one, and the third one is the alpha beta combination, that is dou g alpha gamma divided by dou x raised dou x beta plus dou g next is beta gamma divided by dou x alpha minus dou g alpha beta by dou x gamma. This is the Christoffel symbol of the first kind. Different authors use different notations to express this particular equation. For example, in some authors will write dou by dou x beta as dou beta. In some other text, this dou g alpha gamma divided by dou x beta will be written as g alpha gamma comma beta. So this first expression can be written as some ijk equal to half dou j g ik plus dou I g jk minus dou k g ij, or it can be written as half into g ik comma j plus g jk comma I minus g ij comma k. Now the Christoffel symbol of the second kind is defined as we can represent it as gamma I j, these are covariant integers, and then k, this is contravariant integer, or it can be also represented as k ij. Okay, it is expressed as g k m square bracket I j m. Okay, actually this is the Christoffel symbol of the first kind, and this is the Christoffel symbol of the second kind. So Christoffel symbol of the second kind is defined by using Christoffel symbol of the first kind and the conjugate metric tensor g. So we can express it as g km into, what is the value of Christoffel symbol of the first kind ijm? Its value is 1 by 2 into dou g im by dou xj plus dou g jm by dou xi minus dou gij by dou xm. Okay, if you are using some different symbols like gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, you can written as, first you have to write G here and you have to write the crucible symbol of the first kind here. Now you can use the same letters alpha, beta here, alpha, beta, and this letter you can return as one of the contravariant integers, and now you have to give one more new integers. Let me give the new index as a row. Then here you have to put on row. Here also you have to give the letter a row. Then the conjugate metric tensor is also symmetric. So G gamma row and G row gamma all are same. So in this way you can write the crucible symbol of the second kind. Let me write one more time, just like some gamma PQR. So it can be expressed as, first you have to write the conjugate metric tensor, and this letter you can write here, that is GR. Then put these letters here, that is PQ. Now you have to give one more letter, let it be L. Then you can give this letter here, PQL. So its value will be equal to when you are expressing this particular crucible symbol of the first kind, it will be half GRL. Its value is dou GPL divided by dou XQ plus dou GQL divided by dou XP minus dou GPQ by dou XL. Now one more point is the crucible symbol of the first kind and the second kind, that is first kind we have defined as IJK, and the second crucible symbol of the second kind can be defined as gamma IJK. And when you are considering this crucible symbol of the first kind and the crucible symbol of the second kind, remember these crucible symbols are symmetric with respect to the integers I and j. It means crucible symbol of the first kind IJK will be equal to JIK, and similarly for the case of crucible symbol of the second kind, gamma IJK will be equal to gamma JIK. So if we are using some new letters like alpha, beta, gamma, it will be equal to gamma, here can written as beta alpha. Or for the crucible symbol of the first kind, some gamma, alpha, beta rho will be equal to gamma, beta, alpha rho. Okay, this property is also important. Remember, the crucible symbols are not tenses. So, and then what is the physical meaning of this particular crucible symbols? For example, if you consider the crucible symbol gamma I J K. Actually, this crucible symbol of the second kind gives you the magnitude of one component of the derivative vector, and this first index, that is I, tells you which basis vectors change is being considered, and this second index tells you which coordinate is being varied to cause a change in the basis vector, and this K tells you which basis vector points in the direction of this component of the derivative vector. For example, in a spherical polar coordinate system, if you consider gamma r theta r, it means it will give you the gamma r theta r will give you the magnitude of the derivative vector when there is a change in ER caused by a change in theta in the theta direction. Okay, similarly, if you are considering some gamma r theta r, it will give you the magnitude of the derivative vector when there is a change in ER caused by the change in theta in the ER direction. If you know the metric tensor of a particular coordinate system, then you can evaluate the values of this crucible symbol of the first kind and second kind. Let the metric tensor of a particular coordinate system is defined as g mu alpha equal to x1, x2, 0, 0, x2 square. So from the values of this metric tensor, it is clear that it is a two-dimensional problem. That is, the value of the dimension n is 2. Now, how we can define the crucible symbol of the second kind? That is, crucible symbol of the second kind, if you are giving index like gamma I, j, k, you can written as g, and here there will be the crucible symbol of the first kind. So this index you have to use here, that is I, and this index you can use here, that is jk. Now you have to give one more letter, let it be em. So I am using the same index here. So its values gamma ijk will be equal to gim into jk into em. Here in the right hand side, m is the dummy index, so it can take values from 1 to 2 since the dimension is 2. So you can write it as gi. First you are giving the value 1, then it will be jk 1. Then you can give the value 2, then it will be gi2 into jk 2. Okay, so this is the value of gamma ijk in this particular case. So you have to calculate gi1, gi2 like that. Then g mu alpha is the metric tensor. It is a covariant metric. It is a covariant tensor, and g is the determinant value of this metric tensor g mu alpha. Then how you can find the value of the conjugate metric tensor g mu alpha? The conjugate metric tensor g mu alpha is defined as the cofactor of g mu alpha divided by determinant g. So you have to calculate the cofactor matrix g mu alpha. And what will be the value of g11? G11 will be equal to cofactor of this particular g11 divided by g. Then how you can find the value of cofactor of g11? Actually, the first column, this 1 is 1 2, this is 2 1, and this is 2 2. To find the value of cofactor of g11, can be written as -1 the whole raised to 1 plus 1, that is 2. Now we have to remove this particular row and this particular column. Then what you are getting is x2 the whole square divided by, what is the value of g? The determinant values, the cross product is x1 x2 the whole cube. Okay, so you have to divide it with x1 x2 the whole cube. So you will get x1 by x1 x2. So this is the value of g11, and similarly you can calculate the value of g12. When you are calculating the value of g12, the cofactor of g12 will be 0, so its value is 0. Similarly, when you calculate g21, when you remove this particular row and this particular column, what you will get is 0. So g12 equal to 0 and g21 equal to 0. Actually, this matrix, this conjugate metric tensor is symmetric. So if g12 value is equal to g21, so if g12 is 0, g21 will be 0. And then we can calculate the value of g22. So it will be the cofactor of g22, that is -1 raised to 2 plus 2, that is 4. When you remove this first particular row and column, what you will get is x1 x2 divided by the determinant value, that is x1 x2 the whole cube. -1 raised to 4 is +1. x1 and x1 will cancel, and the one x2 will be cancelled. So the remaining terms will be 1 by x2 the whole square. So we have calculated all the 4 elements g11, g12, g21 and g22. So now we can calculate the crucible symbol of the second kind. For example, you have to, here it is a two-dimensional case, so you have to calculate various crucible symbols like gamma 1 1 1, or you can calculate, there will be one compound like gamma 2 2 2, there will be one compound like gamma, sorry, this is a two-dimensional case, so 1 1 1 2 2 2. Now we can fix this contravariant this as 1, and this you can take 1 2, and also you can calculate the value of 2 1. Of course these two values will be same because it is symmetric with respect to the lower indices. And then you can calculate gamma 2 1 2 and gamma 2 2 1. Of course the values of these two crucible symbols will be the same, and so you can find the values of various crucible symbols: gamma 1 1 1, gamma 2 2 2 2, gamma 1 1 2, gamma 1 2 1, and gamma 2 2 2, gamma 2 1 2, and gamma 2 1 2. I'm just going to calculate only a few of these terms. For example, if you want to calculate gamma 1 1 1, so here is our equation gamma ijk. Okay, so in this particular equation, let it be equation number 1, you have to put I equal to j equal to k equal to 1. Then you will get gamma 1 1 1 equal to g 1 1 1 1 1 plus g 1 2. Here it is I2, so for I j k, and I am substituting the value 2, so it is g12 11 comma 2. So you have to calculate the values of the crucible symbol of the first gain 111 and 112. So what will be the value of 111? It will be 1 by 2 into g, sorry, dou g11 by dou x1 plus dou g11 by dou x1 minus dou g11 by dou x1. So one term will be cancelled, the remaining one will be half into dou g11 by dou x1. It will be equal to the value of g11 is x1 x2. So when you differentiate this particular quantity with x1, what you will get is x2, so it will be x2 by 2. Now you have to calculate 112. What will be the value of 112? It will be equal to 1 by 2 dou g 11 by, sorry, dou g 12 divided by, first this combination 1 2 divided by dou x1 plus then this combination 1 2, that is dou g 12 divided by dou x1 minus then this combination, that is dou g11 by dou x2. Now what is it is g12 and g21 are 0, so these two terms will be 0. Then this equation become 1 by 2 dou g11 by dou x2. The value of dou g11 is x1 x2. When you differentiate it with respect to x2, you will get x1, so its value will be x1 by 2. Okay, dou g11 by dou x2. So now we can put all these values here, that is gamma 1 1 1 will be equal to g11. G11 is the conjugate metric tensor. G11 value is x1, sorry, 1 by x1 x2, so it can be written as 1 by x1 x2 into the value of 1 1 1 is x2 by 2, where the next term is plus g12. The value of g12 is 0, so the next term will be 0, so this term is 0. So what you are getting is this x2 will be cancelled, 1 by 2 x1. In a similar way you can find the values of gamma 2 2 2. So I will calculate one more time. Let it be some gamma 1 1 2. So to get gamma 1 1 2, here you have to put I equal to 1 and j equal to 1 and k equal to 2. So this equation become gi1, the value of I is 1, so it is g11 into jk becomes 1 2 and 1 to 1 plus the next term is gi2, the value of I is 1, so it is g12 jk, the value of jk is 1 2 into 2. Okay, so it can be written as the value of g12 is 0, so there is no need to calculate this particular term, so it becomes g11 into 1 to 1. So you have to calculate the crucible symbol of the first kind 1 to 1. So what will be the value of 1 to 1? It will be half into dou g. First one is this combination, that is dou g11 by dou x2. The next one is this 2 1 combination, that is dou g21 by dou x1. The last one will be minus dou g12 by dou x1. But the value of g12 and g21 are 0, so it becomes 1 by 2 dou g11 by dou x2. The value of g11 is x1 x2, so when you differentiate it with respect to x2, what you will get is x1, so its value will be x1 by 2. So it becomes g11 value we already calculated 1 by x1 x2, so 1 by x1 x2 into x1 by 2. So this x1 cancels, so the remaining one is 1 by 2 x2. So this will be the value of gamma 1 1 2. There is no need to calculate gamma 1 2 1, since it is symmetric, its value will be same as gamma 1 1 2. So in a similar way you can calculate the remaining crucible symbols. Okay, thank you.